On this episode of Finds to Flip, I'm going to share with you this great Santa collection that I purchased to sell on my eBay store. It was $165 and plus an 18% premium, which brought it to about $195. And as you can see, there's 6 shelves in this cabinet, and there were at least 12 to 14 Santas on each shelf. So my average cost on each Santa was about $2 to $3. A lot of these are the fabric mache, Possible Dreams Clothtique, and probably will not sell for more than $10 to $25. But I did notice that there were a few folk art pieces in here, and those can be really good items, especially if they're from a fairly well-known artist. So I was happy to buy these and add to my inventory for Christmas. When I got to the house that I bought these from, these were all in a cabinet in the living room, and they just shut the cabinet doors when it wasn't Christmas. So these were all in really, really good condition. And I boxed them up and brought them home, and here is what we had. So I have already started to go through these bins and kind of put them into trays. And you can see that Tupperware bin in the back is empty already. So I choose a few of these for my Sunday night auctions. I do curated auctions on Sunday nights. When I have a large collection like this, it's better to showcase them in an auction like that instead of just listing them every day. So I went through all of these. There's these 2 trays, and again, these are mostly the Possible Dreams. And I have this other huge bin of Possible Dreams as well. So I picked out a selection of items for the first Sunday night auction, and let me show you what I chose to list. Here are the items I selected for this first Sunday night auction. And you can see that we have some really nice items here. This was a folk art roly-poly, and it's marked Fairfield Folk Art. It's probably from the 60s or 70s, and that is a nice heavy piece. There is a paper pulp Santa from the 50s. Those are really trendy right now. And I have a signed Enesco Lefevre Santa. And then this Santa on the sled is one of those Clothtique Possible Dreams. So I put one in this slot. And then look at this great item. This wasn't even in the photos, so I was really pleased to see this. It must have been tucked back in behind things. It is a mechanical tin toy. There is pieces inside that are shaking around, so it is not in working condition, and it also has a broken foot, but it is pretty rare. And on the back there, you'll see it's made by Lindstrom, and it has a really, really great face, and it's a pretty rare item. I only saw one on eBay, and it was listed for almost $500, but it was in working condition. So even though this is broken and not in working condition, it still could be very valuable because of the rarity of the piece and the age. So that is an example of a gem. And that 50s pulp Santa will do well. And then back here, we have an amazing folk art piece. And this was probably the prized possession. This was on the top shelf in the photo. And it's very, very sweet. It has a lot of little carved toys in the sack and a little jester and a jack in the box. And it is signed V&S Rawson, and that stands for Vaughn and Stephanie Rawson. And this is a very valuable piece of folk art. I did look on eBay, and the sold comps can go all the way from $500 to $1,000. So I'm not sure what makes one more valuable than the other. I got this lot fairly inexpensively, so I'm going to start that at $450. And I did start the tin toy for $150. Now, some of these smaller items, they might not go for as much, maybe $9 or $15. The roly-poly, I believe I listed for $30. And there are some other items in this lot that are from a different estate collection. And it is this green Bell's nickel here. He is marked A.W. Hahn on the base, which is a department store, I believe in California in the 60s. And I also have another artisan signed piece, which is the red Bell's nickel behind there. And it has a little really neat gold mesh bag full of toys. And that's a Rosemary Snyder. And then this is a Department 56 Attic's Toys in the Attic toy. And another Bell's nickel. That one is made by Katie Vintage and already has a lot of bids on it. So we will see how that does. So that is our first week's auction from this Santa collection, and also that other small grouping that was from a different estate. So let's see how it does. So here are the Santas from the first Sunday night auction, and we did not have a ton of sales, but the good thing is the higher dollar items did sell. So this Lindstrom tin mechanical Santa that is actually not working and has a broken foot is sold for $150. So that is just because of the rarity of the piece, and maybe someone can fix it up because it's worth much more than that if it's actually in working condition. This Ragoon House Santa sold for $22. This Katie Vintage Santa sold for $158. And this amazing hand carved Santa went for $450. So that was wonderful. And the items that were not sold at Sunday night will go up again for next Sunday night's auction. And then I'm going to add some more items to that. So let me show you what I have to add. Well, I have these Possible Dreams Clothtique. So I finally got these out of the box and listed. That's the Pepsi one. The music box does not work on that. There's a Noah's Ark. And then there's this beautiful signature series. There's a plaque on the bottom that explains it's supposed to look like an English Santa from 1890. There is this great blue coat Santa on a scooter. And I believe that was designed by Valancourt, Judy Valancourt. There's one with a puppet, some with bottle brush trees, one with a teacup, and then the chef Santa with the little elves on the table helping him cook. So all of these were going to go up on eBay for the auction around $10. There's a few that might go up a little bit higher starting auction price. But again, I'm just going to get these sold and on their way. And then I also have another tray of items that were not the Clothtique. There's some smaller items on here. Again, very low starts. They'll be probably $8 to $10. And there's a lot of different ornaments here. These are the Christmas memory ornaments that have the Santas from different years. Those are blow mold Santas. And, you know, just blotting them together. And these faux carved resin Santas already have a bid on them. A little roly-poly Santa there, and a head vase Santa. I believe that is made by New Holland Floral. It's very pretty. And then there's a paper mache Santa from Mexico, and a really cute farmer Santa. This is also fabric mache, but it is Midwest of Cannon Falls. It is not the Possible Dreams, but it's cute, and that actually has a bid on it as well. It's a little porcelain Santa with a tree on his back. And then there's this great UNESCO music box with Santa and his Jack in the Box. And I will insert a video here to show you what it does. It's very cute. I thought you would enjoy that music box. This is the trays of what's left after I got everything listed for auction. So I'm going to go through these and see. I will probably put a bunch of these up as buy it now for best offer, or I will donate them to Goodwill. So the second Sunday night auction is over, and this Santa collection, we did sell a few of these. I also sold some other items. So I wanted to show you kind of what I sold and get these shipped out. I actually have a package, these packages ready to go. They were sales from Saturday. And then this is Sunday, which was primarily the Santa collection. So the smaller Possible Dreams, the roly-poly that sold for $65, the Santa with his little chef table, and the puppeteer, the paper mache Santa from Mexico, the bottle brush tree, the farmer Santa, and the Noah's Ark Santa, the German Bergsgeberg angel, finally sold. So, and these bottle brush trees in the back sold. And this Lamax Santa going around, the little snowman set, that's a cute item. That sold in like half a day. I listed it and it sold right away for $35. So that was a nice sale. So we had a bunch of sales. Most of the Possible Dreams Santas went from about $10 to $19, but we sold quite a few of them, so I'm very happy with that. And then as you can see, got some other things to ship out. And then this is what is left. So these are all up as buy it nows with best offers, and we'll get those out of here. Here's an update. We sold even more. Once we put them up as buy it now, we sold another 6 of the Possible Dreams Clothtique, and I added a whole bunch of the items from the trays that I wasn't sure what I was going to do with. There's a June McKenna and a couple other, there's a Hallmark item and a Susan Wingett Lang & Wise, and that music box and the little pecan Santa. So those will do well. I put those up as buy it now for best offer. So we've moved a lot of Santas in just 2.5 weeks. So I'm very happy with that. And I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what we are doing for this Sunday night's auction. So we have some awesome hard plastic Santas riding reindeer. We have some vintage garland. It is not like this newer stuff. It is real vintage Christmas. So we have fewer items, but they're going to be pretty sought after because it's very trendy right now, the 50s and the 60s. So that will be up for this Sunday night's auction. You can check my Facebook page, my Instagram, to check out the items that will be up for sale. So to summarize this whole video, I purchased this great estate collection of Santas for $194.70. I listed 48 items, and I sold 2 items right away the first Sunday night auction for $600. Those were obviously the best collector items. The second Sunday night, I sold 9 items for $148, and then I listed everything as buy it now and immediately sold another 5 items for $61.50. There are 32 still up for sale on my eBay store, and I'm looking forward to selling those and adding to this profit. So far we have $614.80 profit, and with those other 32 that we are selling, we'll add another couple $100. After we sell the other 32, we should have another couple $100 in net profit. And I really think this was a really good result for a great estate collection. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And as always, you can shop my eBay store. I will put the link in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, or share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much.